It seems like we are live at this point. Hello everyone, Storm 101 here. Today we'll be starting our tornado severe weather coverage for today. This is going to be out for several parts of Missouri here. So right now we're going to try to give you all some radar footage here. And they do have a severe thunderstorm watches out for a lot of states. You got parts of Oklahoma, Texas, looks to be a small part of Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, and Illinois. See, so we had 10 hail reports. So far, there is a concerning supercell that is moving east. It's going to head right towards the Mississippi River. It's got pretty strong rotation on the storm cell, and this is getting me a little bit concerned. And you see there is also a tornado warning on this storm here. I'm going to give you some radar footage. There you go. There's that tornado warning there. And I'm hoping this one here moves as well. So everybody's joining, welcome to the stream. Zoom is in for you guys. Seems like, unfortunately, this here does not move. So here you go. We got another supercell behind it. There's another one right up here. It looks like it'll miss to the northern part of St. Louis. There is a storm back here to watch. There's another one just north of Jefferson City. And I do have radar scope going. So yeah. So that way I can show velocities. Y'all can see it. If y'all want to see it, it is on Twitter. And in fact, I'll show it to y'all guys in a little bit. There's a new severe thunderstorm warning. It's going to be for this storm right here. It's going to take the same track of this tornado warning cell here. And these guys, well, I am sorry. I do apologize for the noise in the background. Do we have anybody join? Yes, we do. We got 2 people watching. That is awesome. I do apologize for the noise in the background. I was not really expecting this to have this much activity. Well, one thing I do want to show you guys, there's 2 areas of enhanced risk. There's one for parts of Oklahoma, Texas, and Arkansas. Another area of enhanced risk up in Missouri and Illinois. Seems like they just updated this map. Not much change there. Your tornado threat's going to stay at a 2%. We're not looking at much tornado activity today. There's your wind. The hail, though, is going to be your big-time threat as a 30%. Nothing is significant on here, though. But your primary threat is just going to be your damaging winds and hail. Going along with this here, if I do refresh this page, here y'all. Yeah, this here it doesn't really give a good outlook here. I guess I can go on to winning here. I wish they can give you the watches and warnings here. That would be pretty nice. That would be pretty nice. So radar and lightning here. You know what? Ventua's KY will actually give you a better look at this. Oh yeah, this is new, not thunderstorm. Radar. Here we go. If you get into those whites there, that is some hail in with those storms at this point. So there's a lot of hail. There's even some hail going on in northern Missouri here. So it's really these 2 storms to watch here if we do look at some other storms, they haven't really come up just yet. We do have this cell here. Maybe we'll try to do something. There is 2 severe thunderstorm warnings north of Dallas. Yeah. There's a supercell near Denton. There's another severe thunderstorm warning for this one here by Fort Smith. Those storms are severe weather warned. South of Fayetteville, which is this cell, is also severe warned as well. This here, south of Springfield, this area here is severe weather warned as well. It's this cell right here that's tornado warned at this point. Does have a large area of rotation with this cell here, so your rotation is going to be in here at this point. And I kind of give people a warning about these cells here because right now the main threat is going to be the hail. We could see some large hail with some of these storms here. This cell here is showing indication of large hail at this point here, getting some pinks. I'm using radar scope. Y'all can't see it though, which is pretty unfortunate. I wish we can see it. If we got any questions here, you can go ahead and put it in the chat there. So we're going to wait and see what that storm is going to do here. If I zoom in, I could probably give you all what cities are in this tornado warning. So right now it looks to be Bonnie Terry, Missouri. Y'all cannot see it. It doesn't give you an option. See if I could go into settings here. Let's see here. I don't know if it can give some. Oh, there it is. It gives the cities and highways, which is good. But if I exit off. There you go. Now that looks so much better. So there's Bonne Terre right there. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. In Bloomsdale, you're pretty close with this tornado warning. Y'all could be in the tornado warning shortly if this rotation does start to die out a little bit. No other tornado warnings at this point, but if you're in Dallas, you do have storms out to the north. There, 2 of those storms are severe weather warned due to the hail. So hail is going to be big time with some of these storms here. But right now we're going to be focused on this cell right here, which is the biggest city you can find is Farmington. There's Park Hills, there's Farmington there. So right now it's over Missouri Highway 47. So rotation will be in there. I'm wondering if they can update this. No. All I'll do is the radar scope I have is updated, which is a good thing because you really do need updated radar. The rotation is still looking pretty good. We do have to watch the storm behind it, though. This is going to be another storm. This is going to be over Steelville. It's going to follow along Missouri 8. That's I-44 to the north. So pretty much you're all cleared at this point. Excuse me. But yeah. I won't be surprised that the one behind it gets tornado warned. So if you're in Bonne Terre, you may have to stay tight because you got another supercell behind it. We do not have any other tornado warnings yet, which is a good thing. Let's see. Seems like there's another area of rotation to the north here. Let me show you guys this. Here's wherever you zoom in, you get that. Okay. This storm right here is giving you a rotation kind of outlook. It does have a pretty good look of a supercell. It's probably in its early stages, but if you get a pretty nice hail core like this, that means this storm here, well, I could give y'all a tip here. The bigger the hail size, the better chance a tornado can develop. So these storms here are on the increase. It's really these two cells here. And we gotta watch here. So again, if you all got any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. Well, radar just updated. Seems like the rotation started kind of dying down a little bit. I don't know if this thing's going to even update or not. I may even have to refresh to see what happens. See if it gets updated. Yeah, now it's got a better update. Seems like that storm is dying. This one here doesn't seem to be right now. It does. Both of these probably has a wall cloud on it. There is some good news on this cell here that the rotation is starting to weaken. That's a good thing, but the one behind it seems like it's starting to tighten up the one behind it. That's not a good thing. It's going to stay following the Missouri Highway 8. This is going to be south of I-44 to give you all a better idea of where this is. I've been getting a little bit cold today. That's why I didn't really do a video. So if probably when these rotation areas start to die down, I may end the stream. I'm going to watch the one to the north of all of this. It seems like that source cell could do something. I don't know if the National Weather Service is going to continue with this tornado warning. It's going to cross the Mississippi River, so it'll kill it some. So yeah, I'm sorry if I get a little bit quiet. And do we have any tornado reports? No, we don't, but we've been getting a lot of hail reports. So here's your watches here. There is severe thunderstorm watches. They're going in for parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, and Illinois. Probably wherever it moves it to past the Mississippi River. With all this, the severe weather will rapidly diminish. It definitely will. It definitely will. I'm not really liking this radar. This is my first time using Ventua's KY. Which I think that's before Ventua's Kentucky. So all these storms here is either got very heavy rain or pretty good hail. Just got a radar update on this. Here we actually may have a tornado try to develop. There could be 2 areas of rotation on this. That is not good. The one behind it seems like it's died down a little bit. This cell here is becoming a little bit more concerning. I mean, because wherever I look, I know y'all can't see it, but wherever I look at the velocities, which is like the reds and the greens, when you have them like touch, like in a supercell like this one, we may have a chance of tornado in there. If I can find out what the winds are in this. Alright, correlation coefficient. I'm trying to figure out what the winds are on this. Hydrometer classification 1. Yeah. I'm still learning from all this. But that does have some pretty good rotation. Let me refresh this again. Should update to 650. No, it's still 640? Really? Doesn't really want me to play it either, so this thing may be in its early stages, though. So it's that supercell to watch. We got another one behind it. So that rotation is probably Missouri E. I don't know what that means. Missouri East. I don't know. But that rotation is starting to get close to Bloomsdale. If you're in Bloomsdale, you probably need to take shelter because that rotation is starting to look like something else. There's a new severe thunderstorm warning just south of Fort Smith, Arkansas. So really, most of the severe weather action is in Missouri. Now, severe weather-wise, it's in a lot of states. But overall, where are you getting most of the tornado activity? Well, in Missouri. Well, there's more bad news. The one behind this is actually starting to strengthen. The rotation is getting tighter. Ooh. Bloomsdale, you could be in double trouble. You got two supercells coming right towards. The second one may be able to die off before it gets to you, but the first one, I don't know about that. They're probably going to issue a new tornado warning very soon. And probably the one behind it will be getting tornado warned as well. Just not quite yet. Yeah, the one behind it, this rotation is getting very strong at this point. The greens, it's really getting pretty bright, which is not good. The one, it's getting very close to Bloomsdale. I'll say for y'all to take shelter right now. This thing may have a tornado. I'm going to look on Twitter to see if there's any tornadoes on these guys. Because I wanted to get some info on these. This radar here needs to be updated because it's not really good. It's about 7 o'clock. Now it's showing 6:50. Alright, that's a little bit better. Yeah, look at that. That is not a good signature. You got your hook echo coming out of the supercell, but your rotation is right over Missouri Highway 8. This one here is starting to intensify pretty quickly. Ooh, it's showing a 70. Ooh, probably some very large hail. in that one. We should probably issue a severe thunderstorm warning just for the hail on that one. But your main rotation is going to be right in there. It's where the bulk of the rotation is going to be. I want to see. Let's see if there's any tornado activity I should know about. Alright, this is 26 minutes ago. So this storm here actually does have a tornado on it, and so this whole time there's a tornado on that cell. It's going to be this cell right here where you're looking on your screen. There's a tornado on the ground at this point. And then, so Bloomsdale, you need to take shelter immediately. I'm going to retweet that on Twitter here so y'all can see it. It's the same name, by the way. Just like my YouTube name. So we do have a tornado on the ground on this one here. No other words on the one behind it yet. But there is a tornado on that cell. That's not good. That's what RadarScope said. They probably got that report from somebody. Maybe one of their friends or something like that. Does anybody got any questions? Okay. You just pop in my notifications. So when I'm watching your stream, where are we looking at in the general area of the United States? Missouri, yeah. Missouri Highway 8. That's where we are looking at. And it's going to be kind of turning over onto Missouri Y. See, I don't even really know these things, but it's going to be crossing US 61 shortly. Let me get back on RadarScope, see if there's any new watches or warnings. I'm pretty sure there is. No, they just... Ooh, their rotation is really starting to tighten up. Same thing for the one behind that one. That's not good. No other tornado warnings yet. I'm surprised they're not extending that. There is a area of rotation on the northern side of all this. Here. Let's see here. It's going to be this one right here. Its headquarters has been increasing quite a bit. It's going to be Missouri T. A lot of hail associated with this 65 dBz. It's going to be northeast of Middletown. And it's going to be following eastward on Missouri T and then Missouri PP. I don't even know what those mean. Ugh. Things like that is a populated area, which is not good at all. So it's not looking good. So St. Louis, you're fine for right now. You're all are okay. You want to watch for these two cells though. Those could do something, but there's not been rotation on those. No hail. So it's like it's gonna be heavy rain and lightning and maybe strong winds with it. So it's this cell here. It's got a tornado on the ground here. Rotation's getting pretty close to Bloomsdale, which y'all gonna need to take shelter. So there is a tornado on the ground. The one behind it has been really tying up. It's gonna be near Potosi. Potosi. It's probably how you pronounce that. Potosi somewhere. Oh, there it is. Potosi. It's a large populated area. It's going to be moving along Missouri Highway 8. I'm glad these here's got highway symbols. Well, there's a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be the other side of the Mississippi River. Seems like it's going to be this cell here. Maybe we're getting a little bit of rotation on this one, just north of Vendy, Illinois. So it's just north of Vendy. Very little rotation with that. Probably in its early stages. It's probably because of the hail threat. That's what it really looks like to me. And so it's really these two cells to watch. There's another one to the north of all this, but doesn't look like it hasn't. Well, actually, it does have a little. Trying to get some rotation on that, but you know. This tornado is probably hitting Bloomsdale. It's probably dead by now. Let's see here. Go back on my Twitter. See if we got any updates. My phone battery's about to die. It's only at 10%. Does this charger even work? Wow, it does work for a speaker charger. And that's... I'm going to tell Ray Timmer there's a tornado near Missouri. It seems like he doesn't even know about this. He maybe do. There's a tornado north. Let's see. Bloomsdale. Oh, Missouri. I don't even know about it. He hasn't really said anything on Twitter. There's two people still watching the stream. I'd like to say welcome. If you're all still sticking, or any new viewers coming up. Seems like they just updated our map again. Doesn't really look like it. Maybe it refreshes. Oh, really? Still the same. If y'all do remember, there was I think it was close to being a tornado outbreak. There was a few supercells, a few days ago out in western Kentucky, southern Indiana. The National Service to Paducah almost got hit by EF2. Not far away from them. It's a pretty close call. Refresh this. See what it looks like now. So this is at 7. You can tell the hail core is really coming up at 70. What's the one behind it looking like? Ooh. That's not good. That's rotation looking like. Still looks pretty bad. They have not issued another tour. Ooh. Ooh. The one behind is looking pretty mean. Not good. Any other tornado warnings? Nope. There is a new severe thunderstorm warning just north of Dallas, and another one in Birmingham, Texas. So, I don't know how long we'll be going on here, but if I get off, there's probably will be another tornado warning, I would imagine. But these two cells here are the ones where you've really got to watch. No updates yet. If I go back to radar scope, tweet. I'm really looking at much of anything yet. I think that one in Bloomsdale is kind of dying a little bit. They're becoming less impressive. Oh, now there's a new tornado warning. So this tornado warning goes for STE GIDV. That's kind of hard to say. Missouri even goes across the Mississippi River. This also goes for Ellis Grove and Katakatkia, Illinois, and also St. Mary, Missouri, as well. So since I will be continuing live on that storm, there's a new severe thunderstorm warning west of St. Louis as well. They haven't issued a tornado warning on this cell, but Potosi, not yet. Not just yet. But there looks to be 2 areas of rotation. That's what it looks like, 2 areas of rotation. Radar just updated. What does it look like now? I think that tornado is going to miss to the south of Bloomsdale, which is good news there. Bad news is there's more people going to be affected by this. It's not a good thing. It's not really a good thing. But the one I'm concerned of is the one by Potosi. It is a slow mover, though. It's also looking pretty healthy supercell as well. So your hook is really starting to come in as well. Let me look at the super high west velocities. See how the hail core. Ooh. Ouch. Both of those storms don't look good, but the one by Potosi is going to hit a very large hail. It's even showing into purples. That's a lot of hail in those storms. The Bloomsdale right now is getting hit by some large hail. Ooh. The radar look does not look that good either. The one in Mississippi, this is going to be near Oakville, Illinois. Looking to be something else, maybe. Seems like St. Louis is not in the clear just yet. You still got a few more storms to go along with. So, Boone Terry is not in a tornado warning, so, but you still got another cell to watch. Bloomsdale, I think it's pretty much past to this point, but you are getting some large hail. This radar is not that good at updating, isn't it? Let's try Wendy's radar. Let's look in here. Yeah, this thing here does update better, but doesn't really get a really good look. And also, another feature on this, it shows lightning. So we can actually see how the storm's been progressing. You can tell by the hail core it's really been increasing. That one by Potosi, it's actually gaining a lot of lightning as well. The one by Potosi, it's got a really healthy hook echo. That's got to be a tornado warning soon. The velocities are showing 2 areas of rotation at storm. It's kind of strange. There is an area of rotation. If I zoom out, let's see. Where is this? It's going to be this cell right here. It's got an area of rotation in it. I mean, it's not that strong, but there is an area of rotation, though. There is. Let's look at around the Dallas area. Let's see how it's going down there. See how the storms are near rotation. We may even got a little bit of rotation near Bikini, just west. There could be another area nearby Trenton. Not really much or less, but we could take a look at the other stuff. Yeah, it's definitely the hail. Alright, and he suits like Bloomsdale is still in this. If you look on radar, there is a lot of pinks on this. I think it was a good idea to put in a 30% for the hail. See if anybody says anything in chat. It doesn't really look like it at this point. Am I even lagging, guys? Hoping I'm not lagging. I might be. If anybody could put stuff in the chat and let me know if I'm lagging or not. It's not good. I hate that. Wherever it lags. Alright, let's go back to radar. This one here does give a higher resolution, but the updating though is bad. And that's not great. I gotta keep on refreshing it. If I had radar scope on there, that'd be great. Especially for you guys. Bloomsdale, you're in the clear of this storm at least. I don't think it ain't over yet. Well, actually, you know what? It's over with. I think the hail at this point is just over with them. There's a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going for the storm behind this. It's going to be this one here. This is going to be going for Bone Tree, Irondale, and Park Hills. And I think it's going to be the hail of that storm. there's another supercell developing behind this. It's going to be near Steelville, Missouri. So if you're going to get a train of supercells, maybe have a chance of tornadoes, heavy rain, hail, may get some flooding problems. I don't even know if that area is all flat. There could be some hills. If it's flat, that's not good. You got a higher chance of getting flooding. So a lot of these strong or severe thunderstorms has probably got a pretty good hail core. I recommend buying Radar Scope. It's awesome. Even though it costs about $10, it's worth the buy. That's for sure. It makes sense. It has the cost a little bit of money because you get all this stuff that you can do on a normal radar. On normal radar, you may be able to get a few things, but it's a different story on here. Though, let's take a look back at velocities. Rotation is still going pretty strong. Rotation on, it's going heading right towards Irondale. Very strong rotation on that, but there's no tornado warning on it. If we go up to northwest of St. Louis here, it's going to be near Silex, Missouri. And there's a good area of rotation. That's actually started to tighten up. That's probably going to be another tornado warned storm. And it's even showing a hook. And if we could, yeah, here we go. Silex is right there. Your rotation, it's going to be in here, so it's going to miss. Wait a minute, hold on. It's right now, it's already past Silex, so rotation is right now over US 61. Okay, I'm going to be right back. There's another area of rotation into the Illinois side of things. I'm going to have to be right back because my phone is nearly about to die. So be right back, guys. Alrighty, I'm back. I'm probably getting a phone charger. Yeah, it's a fast one, which is a good thing. That'll still work. Plug it in. My phone. Alright, new tornado warning. Alright. Ooh. Probably coming off for the International Service. Alrighty, I'm going to refresh this for you guys. Wow, it's 7:24. The updating is crap. Jeez. This thing's better. It's 7:15 on this one. Alright. Can't really all give you a good radar this time. See what we got going on right now. So there's a new tutorial warning. It's going to be for this cell here, the tutorial producer. It's going to be for, this is coming from a different NAS Word of Service here. This is going to be going in for parts of Lithium, Missouri. There we go. Don't know why that was hard to say. There's an area of rotation just to the west of Centralia. It's this one right here. It's got a lot of lightning with it. That tells me it's probably intensifying. But it's this area here is what we gotta watch. Especially for that one and this one. It's basically these three main cells. That one, and that one. That's probably gonna be another one to watch. Any other tutorial warnings? No, we don't. That's a good thing. We may even have another tutorial right now, Cepha Potosi here. I think it's going to head right towards Farmington, Missouri. See, there's Farmington. It's moving this way in the Farmington direction, but it's not in a severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning. I'm surprised they haven't issued one yet. I don't know how they do it there, but it's going to have to be issued. It's been like that for a while now. I guess they're having debates on that. Just having some debates. And yeah, see, there's your tornado report on that one right there. There's a lot of hail reports going along with that. 12 hail reports and 1 tornado report. So, yeah. They should probably upgrade that to a tornado watch, but mainly for the hail threat. Overall, it's going to have to be a severe thunderstorm watch just for the hail. Let's see. It looks like it's like it for me. Yeah. One radar app that I have that shows the clearest hook echo I've ever seen on the actual tornado warning storm. Also the hook on the non-warning storm, and was confused as to why there was no warning. I think you're talking about one back in close to Farmington, and I think you're talking about that tornado warning that was near Bloomsdale earlier. It's part of what you're talking about. I do apologize, it's lagging. I don't really know how to fix that one. I need to figure out a way to improve that. It's probably just my computer status not doing well. I think that tornado is still continuing. It's probably right now hitting STE Guinea VV. I don't know how you pronounce that. See, here's this one right here. This is the one we gotta watch. See, right now the rotation, I can give you all the best infos right here, right now. As of 7:28 p.m., the rotation back here is dying at this point. I think the storm here is taking away some energy. It's already heading. It's getting to the point where we're losing daytime heating, so these storms will probably start to diminish. But right now, it's this one right here. It's the one we gotta watch. I won't be too surprised if they do another tornado warning shortly. This is a decent tornado going on. It's been going on for a while now. Let me look on Twitter, see if we got any other updates on this. MR128 Gaming just subscribed. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I do stuff like this all the time. There's just some days I don't do live streams, with severe weather. But this one here is something I have to do. To let y'all know. I do apologize if I'm coughing and stuff. I do have a little bit of a cold today. Yeah, radar scope, it seems like the tornado about to die. Just was seems like it says it's capable of producing a tornado. Seems like it might have died off. That's at 6:09 p.m. Central Standard Time. My area, I'm in Eastern Time Zone. Seems like there's no other updates except for at this point there's probably not a tornado on it. The hail course right seems like already past Bloomsdale. Wherever it crosses the Mississippi River, it's going to probably die off a little bit quick. Any other tornado warnings? Nope. There is a few more severe thunderstorm warnings around the Fort Smith area. At least it ain't tornado warnings. That'd be bad. I'm going to go back to super high-res reflectivity. We'll see what it actually looks like. On radar, y'all probably seeing. Yeah, I think this here is starting to die off. It's not looking that impressive with the hook than it was earlier. Come on, at least update to 7:30. Here's the Storm Prediction Center, by the way. There's your 2% for tornado, 15% for the wind, and you get 30% for your hail. Tomorrow, there's a marginal risk for small parts of Tennessee and South Carolina and Mississippi, the majority of Alabama and Georgia. Your main threats is going to be your winds and hail. We're not looking at a tornado threat on that. Day 3, there's no severe storms in the forecast. But I do know it's later, though. There is a few days we do have to watch for severe weather potential, especially for these areas here out in the plains. Like Nebraska, Kansas, and Oklahoma is really some of those hotspot states to watch. There's even parts of Dixie Valley that could have a chance of severe weather, as well. With that. Let's go back on here. It's update 8 minutes ago. So I think the tornado threat is starting to diminish on that storm cell. Yeah, I could tell the rotation is starting to fall apart. For other areas, the one that was like in Illinois near Citarella or near Mount Vernon, starting to diminish. There is a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be going. So, St. Louis, you do have a chance for severe weather at this point. So you say y'all got a line of severe thunderstorms capable of producing damage winds and some hail from all this. Yeah, that's what it really looks like. There's a storm near Ellsbury. It did have some rotation on it, but it looks like it's starting to become a mess as well. So yeah, I think everything is starting to calm down with the tornado threat wise, but severe weather threats is going to still continue. The story we've been watching for a while now, it's going to be this cell right there. Switch it over here. The updates on these radars are just bad. See, it still shows 720 wherever it's 735. Heck, fart, man, you're going to, in 15 minutes, you know, if there's like a large tornado right there, if I'm right there, if it's been like this for 15 minutes, I could be dead, you know. If there was with no warning or anything like that, I would be dead. That's something they're going to have to improve. That's not good. There is other radars like that, like a local TV station's radar. Those are good to use for radar-wise, but RadarScope has got more materials you could use. The main thing I do use on RadarScope is like the high reflectivity and the super high res velocity. Which the velocity is it's really the main thing they use for types of situations like this for supercells, just to look for rotation. There's other stuff out there that I don't really know that could just be used for, you know, the wind, like how fast the winds are going, or like the wind damage and stuff like that. I don't really know that yet. But I do need to figure that out, though, pretty soon. Like I say, if y'all got any questions, you could put it in the chat. I may about to, well, actually, I don't know yet. I think the rotation on this cell right here is actually starting to come back up again. Actually, yeah, it is. The reds are starting to become a little bit darker. Well, not darker, brighter. There was some good rotation on that, but nothing really happened. If I was with that first service, I probably would have issued a tornado warning earlier, because they had a good signature of rotation on it. I don't know why they didn't. It's better to be safe or sorry. Oh yeah, so there's an update here from the Storm Prediction Center. If you're in like these areas right here in particular, storms are still going to increase in coverage and intensity with max hail of 1 inch to 2 inches in diameter, most likely. So yeah, there is still stuff to watch in there. So I may end the stream here, maybe. We're just going to see if this rotation is still going to continue. There is another area that is starting to tighten up. Yeah, at this point, that rotation is starting to diminish. On that cell, it's now time to watch this one now. I think that storm's going to die off. So I'm not expecting any more tornado warnings to be issued on that cell, but there is a cell we're going to watch. It's going to be near Leawood, Missouri, or north of Irondale. Right now, your circulation's right over here. So, yeah. There's not really any other updates yet on all this. don't remember what else to talk about. What I'm doing is we're going to watch this cell near Arendelle. Forget about the other one because that cell's going to start to die. Basically, it did produce a tornado. Hopefully, there's no injuries or anything like that or any damage. Well, I say we'll probably find out about tomorrow, or the National Weather Service does survey the damage. It did have a pretty good velocity signature. It did, definitely. I'm just going to guess it's an EF1 or EF2. They always have to follow by the damage, not what it was radar indicated. You know. Wait a minute. See that rotation from another storm, that tornado warning storm is right now crossing over the river. Hold on. I think it may start to do something again. The radar just updated the radar. Showing a pretty good rotation signature heading for Leawood, Missouri. So I recommend you to take shelter right now. Oh boy. Whenever I do streams like this, it can get boring a little bit. I've been streaming for an hour. Man, time goes by quick, doesn't it? I mean, some of these radars just needs to be improved. Man, they're probably working on it. Because it's bad for, like, 12 or 15 minutes. That is still good enough. 1 to 3 minutes is pretty good. That's all I can say. Radar scope, they could do it, like, a minute and under. They did have some problems in the past, but they fixed it. They fixed it. They clicked. It must be a little bit easy. Okay. Seems like there's a storm. And I'm going to another storm to watch. This is going to be near Innsbruck, Warrington, and White City, Missouri. Let me go ahead and take a look at the super high-res velocities and not velocities. This cell right there. Starting getting a hook on it. Oh boy. The one near Park Hills. No, I know Potosi is in the clear from pretty much about everything. They do have a couple storms to go, but they said they won't do much. The rotation is still kind of clear. It seems like it's dying down again. That rotation has just died. That's where I warned Cell. It's pretty much dead at this point. I just gotta watch the one near Park Hills. Well, Leawood. Leawood's right now under the rotation. 7:30, 7:44, man. Just update, please. Wendy's updated to 7:35. That's better, but still not good enough. I forgot where I'm at on this map. Where am I? Oh, it's right here. There's Irondale. That's not good. See, right now your rotation's over Leewood. Rotation's starting to tighten up a little bit. If they're gonna let those tornado warnings expire, or they're just gonna cancel them. We are starting to get a lot of severe thunderstorms develop, stretch from Fayetteville back down to Dallas. There's a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings on that, but it's mainly for the hail and the damaging winds. We have one tornado so far today. There could have been a second one. I don't know where that'll be at. My best guess will probably be near Potosi. We do know there's been one tornado today, and that's gone. Thank goodness. So that 2% was worth it. We did have a tornado today. Alright, radar just updated. The rotation is still there. Still a decent rotation. Probably whenever this rotation kind of starts to die out a little bit, whenever it gets to Park Hills, well, whenever it dies out, I'll probably end the stream. It's probably getting to the point where I want to end the stream. Not quite yet. I'm just streaming over an hour. So we had 28 hail reports, no wind reports. And there's one tornado report, which is also a tornado earlier. Yeah, another hail reports has really been on the increase. They just shrinking the severe thunderstorm warning here at Park Hills. So this don't update. This radar is just kind of trash. Alrighty, good. It's updated. Man. Rotation is still there. The rotation that had a tornado on it, the tornado warning is dissipated. I think that rotation there is starting to fall apart near Park Hills. So I think I'm going to end it here, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this severe weather live stream. I do apologize this stream here. I can't do much about it. I got a feeling it's my computer performance or it's just my internet. It's probably going to be either one. So yeah, if you do like this live stream, hit the like button. If you do really like my channel, hit the subscribe button like that person did in the stream. I do stuff like this. I may even do train videos back. I'm not 100% sure. I know there's been a couple of people out there, wanting me to do train videos. So we may have a chat about that. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We're going to have to see. But I do know is that I'm going to be on spring break starting Friday into next week. I know at that point there is chances for severe weather. On Fridays, I have no school on that day, but I may go somewhere. But I think it's not going to happen because of rain and stuff like that. So that's it, guys. And any last words? Anybody in chat? I'm going to guess not. So I'm going to see y'all in the next one.